Hello, hello, hello in the chat. How are you? Game week 17 deadline stream, very welcome. Let me know what your dilemmas are this game week. Hey man, how are you? Long time no speak. What's happening? Good man, I love that. It's been a tough period. Really, really tough. How's your team looking this game week? Let me know. Hopefully we'll get you another green. This menu wasn't, but the rest of the gang looks right. Yeah, look, I think so I bought in Wilson last night because there were a lot of price swings. Now, the reason I did that was because I was originally I had full plans like you to roll my transfer, but the Thiago news just made me a little bit nervous. And I was able to do Josh King up to Wilson with exact money, and I had 4 free transfers. So what I didn't want was, basically, I didn't want Thiago to potentially not play and then have Richards and Rodon come off my bench, for example, for like maybe 1 or 2 points each. So, and also Raul Jimenez also in the press conference. Silva was saying that Raul Jimenez was in contention, even though he played 90 minutes during the week. So it just made me a bit nervous. And also, Raul Jimenez didn't have a single shot against Burnley. So I just felt like I could bring in Wilson for a short-term 2-week punt. The other reason as well was because it looks like Dewsbury-Hall is out for a little bit longer than expected. I wanted to make Josh King Dewsbury-Hall. And if I'm not able to do that, I'd quite happily hold Wilson for maybe like Chelsea at home. So anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm hedging my Fulham coverage. I'm going to start Wilson and Thiago. And then if Thiago doesn't feature, then Jimenez can just come off my bench. And he'll probably just get me 2 points. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll be really honest, I'm finding it very hard to pick between Rodon, Richards, and Chow, who to start. What I will look to do next week, though, is I will downgrade either Raul or Thiago to probably Gui at Chelsea, and then I might upgrade Minter, possibly. But I just felt like getting Wilson in, I could have him for this fixture at home to Forest, and then away at West Ham next week. And then if he, if I've missed the hype, I've missed the hype. But he's 5.6, and then I can move to another midfielder. I've got the free transfers, so I thought, why not? At least I can semi-cover the bandwagon. I'm also just nervous about triple captains and free hits this week. Actually, I tell you what, this is what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to set up a league so that folks like yourself can join. Yeah, that's a nice shout, actually. I really like that. There's a lot of talk about if you want to play just one striker, you do Gui and Krupi, but I don't know. I think I'll do Bowen. I don't like the idea of just having one striker because, say, Haaland gets injured, then you're absolutely screwed. I think you need at least another. That's a good shout, though. I like that. FPL Holy. Let's just go to the FPL Holy League. Oh, okay. Pending moderation. All right. If you'd like to join the FPL Holy League, or maybe I'll just give you the auto join link. If you want to join my league, my friend, just pop it in there. Yeah, Bowen, yeah, he's going to be. I don't know about Bowen, man. Like, I feel like that run of fixtures is really nice. And he's like, is he the second or third highest striker in the game now? Yeah, look at that. Third highest. I mean, Ekitike is hot on his heels. You would expect Ekitike to overtake him over the next few game weeks. But, like, yeah, Bowen. I mean, Fulham at home, Brighton at home, Wolves away, Forest at home. Even those 4 are just amazing. And then Spurs away are struggling, and that's a derby for them. Sunderland at home, Chelsea away, okay, not great. Then Burnley away. Like you could You could easily hold Bowen all the way up to 25 and play him most weeks, apart from maybe 24. That's just and he's a 90-minute man. I feel like he's, yeah, it's not setting my world on fire, but at the same time, like. All right, team, I've just created an FPL Hawley League, so you can either put the code in. The code is NWR73F, or you can just click the link for auto join as well. It's a really good way. Someone suggested it on one of my live streams a couple of weeks ago. I've been meaning to set it up, but it just means that I can jump in and see your teams, and then you can ask for feedback. Alrighty. Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree. I want to get Bowen and Obi for Thiago Foster. Yeah, I like that move. I think I'll do Raul and Thiago, probably for those two as well. I think we're moving in the same direction with those transfers. I just need to do my draft team, actually. Does anyone have any feedback on whether they think I should just stick with Welbeck? See if he plays. Xhaka versus Anderson. Who's Sunderland got? Brighton away. Yeah, I think you hold Anderson. Home to Forest. Forest have lost a few players to AFCON, and I just think as well with I think Brighton have looked pretty good, particularly at home. I'd stick with Anderson, mate. Home fixture, DEFCON. I think he's got a floor of 4. Who do you think I should start between Rodon, Richards, and Chow? Now, I'm going to do a poll, even though the last time I did one of these, I went with the consensus and I made the wrong choice. Interesting. It's such a tough such a coin toss, this one, because when I look at the clean sheet odds, both Leeds and set by the bookmakers, both Leeds and Crystal Palace have exactly, I think it's 28% to keep a clean sheet, and then Chow and Newcastle have low 20s, I believe. Yeah. Richards is good for DEFCON. I'll be very honest with you now. I remember back in, what game week was it? It was probably game week. It was when Munoz played at home to, yeah, look at this one. Game week 9, right? Rodon was at home to West Ham, and Munoz was away at Arsenal. and I had Munoz to start. Sorry about that, team. So, what I would saying is I had Rodon to start the whole week, and then I did a poll, and in my deadline stream, and I was convinced to start Munoz, and it was a 11-point swing for me, which was really painful because my gut had told me all week just to start Rodon. And actually, interestingly, Leeds didn't even keep a clean sheet. They conceded against West Ham, but he scored a goal, got 3 bonus, and got DEFCON. It was just a killer. It was like Rodon's best performance. Yeah, what have his points been? Yeah, 7-2-7 when Leeds were keeping clean sheets. 4-2-7, 1-1, 13, 1-1, 3, 0-2, 1-2. Yeah, I know they've not been keeping clean sheets. God, Leeds haven't kept a clean sheet since Game Week 3. They've only kept 2 clean sheets. Wow. Yeah, big swing. Anyway, it is what it is. To be honest, I really can't complain. That's probably one of the only big decisions I've got wrong this season. So I can't really complain. But anyway, hey team, who else is in the chat? Let me know if you want to have any questions answered. So it actually does have more of an attack. So from a clean sheet odds perspective, it's either Rodon or Richards. What about, I haven't really checked like attacking threat or even like DEFCON, to be honest. The Leeds are looking better, but they're just not keeping clean sheets. So in terms of like expected points versus actual points, Richards is slightly outperforming away versus at home. So basically Richards, the one thing I would say is, I think there's a lot to be said at this point in the season. I know Richards didn't actually play midweek, but Crystal Palace have so many fixtures and they must be absolutely exhausted this time of the year, whereas Leeds have had a full week of rest. And, you know, Rodon's talismanic. He's actually got better expected points at home versus Richards away and a higher expected clean sheets. But Palace keep more clean sheets. Very hard. Chow. Yeah, tough one. Very hard. And what have I got in the poll? 1 vote for each. Nice. Oh, it's gonna need to spin. I might do a spin the wheel. Just be done with it. I think it's Palace are misfiring. Mateta's exhausted. I know he's rested midweek, but he's carrying quite a bad knee injury. Oh, we got 4 votes. Are you just voting again? Chow home to Chelsea. Arrested Palmer. What's Chelsea's attacking at stats like away from home? Expected goals. So Chelsea have the 5th best attacking stats away from home. Actually, Chelsea have scored the 2nd highest number of goals away from home, with 15. And that's slightly outperforming their expected goals data of 12.7. So they're putting up the 5th best in terms of numbers, and they're actually scoring the 2nd highest amount of goals away from home. Okay, let's look at St James's defensive expected. So how many clean sheets they're keeping at St James's? So Newcastle have only actually kept 2 clean sheets at home. And that's an underperformance. So Newcastle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Newcastle have kept the same amount of clean sheets as Leeds at home, and Spurs, who are terrible, and Burnley. And their expected clean sheets are 2.9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they're 11th. So they're bottom half. Newcastle are bottom half at home and they've conceded 10 goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which is the same as Palace, Fulham, and Burnley. There's a stat for you. Newcastle have conceded the same amount of goals at home as Burnley. That's mad, isn't it? Look at this. So they lost at home to Liverpool. They beat Wolves. So no clean sheets there. They lost at home to Arsenal, no clean sheet there. They won at home to Forest and kept a clean sheet. Won at home to Fulham but didn't keep a clean sheet. They won at home to Man City but didn't keep a clean sheet. They won at home to Everton but didn't keep a clean sheet. That was when Chow got a couple of goals. And they won at home to Burnley and didn't keep a clean sheet. So they've only kept Forest. Oh, sorry, Chow wasn't playing in these matches. Okay, but yeah. So Newcastle's an actual team. Sorry, chat, be right back. Sorry about that, Tim. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, Newcastle are struggling this year. And Chelsea are actually really good away from home, so this is why I do actually think that and Palace actually have one of the better expected goals away from home, and they've so expected goals of nearly 12 and goals of 11. So yeah, doesn't make it any easier. I'm sorry, that was very loud, Tim. What will we do? What will we do? Any leaks? Just checking on just checking on Twitter. FPL Raptor, who I like to watch a lot of content of. He's starting Richards over Anderson and Rodon, which I think is interesting. Coming up when to free hit. Oh, you still get free hit. Nice. Nothing's but 18, 19, so planning for 19 since it's midweek, so I can avoid min risk. The only thing you might want to think about with that, my friend, is press conferences. When are the deadlines? So you won't get a deadline on 18. You won't get press conferences on 18 because obviously people aren't working on Christmas. So yeah, you'd be more likely to get press conferences on 19. Yeah, I would avoid 18 with a free hit because I think you'll be selecting in the dark. Whereas at least with game week 19, you'd be able to get some press conferences. So if game week 18 finishes on Sunday the 28th, there'll probably then be press conferences on the 31st. Sunday 28th, Monday 29th. Yeah, Monday 29th, and then on Tuesday itself. So yes, free hits 19, and then you can just stack your players, and you never know, you might even, because there's a lot of fixtures on that Tuesday night. Wow, 2, 4, 6. You could get some leaks possibly. I'll be hopefully doing a deadline stream. I'll be away, but I'll hopefully be doing a deadline stream. So I would free hit then for sure. I would be targeting Triple United, Bruno, Cunha, and maybe a defender. Triple United, Triple Liverpool. That could be a really nice differential. You could do Cunha, Fernandes, and a defender for United. You could do Szoboszlai Ekitike and either Konate or Van Dijk for Liverpool. That could be really nice. And then if you wanted to back maybe an Arsenal defender, I mean, Villa at home, that could be a tough fixture. Villa have got Arsenal's number. They've had Arsenal's number, a bit of a bogey team. Yeah, nice. Chelsea at home to Bournemouth. You could punt Palmer because Bournemouth's defence away from home has not been great. Palace defence at home to Fulham. Oh, that's New Year's Day, isn't it? Oh, okay. So they're doing Tuesday the 30th, then Wednesday, New Year's Eve will be off, and then they'll have 4 fixtures on New Year's Day. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I think that could be a really tough one to call. City away at Sunderland. That's not really easy. But you'd keep Haaland, wouldn't you? You'd probably do O'Reilly, Haaland, and Foden, wouldn't you, for City? So Palace. Keep in mind as well, Palace they played Thursday. They have 1 day of rest, and they're playing again today against Leeds at 8 o'clock. They then have 2 days of rest, same as Arsenal. They then have 2 days of rest, and then they're playing again on Tuesday night on the 23rd in the Arsenal Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup quarterfinal. They are then playing again. Where's Palace? On the 28th. So they have to be fair, they then have a 5-day break to play Spurs at home. And then they're playing again on the 1st. So I think they have something like 9 games, 8 or 9 games in 23 days. And then they have an FA Cup. They have another league fixture. They play again in the league on the 4th. And then they play in the FA Cup. Sorry, they then play again on the 7th. And then they play in the FA home to Villa, and then they play in the FA Cup against Macclesfield, and then they have a bit of a break until the following week. So they then have a week break, and they're away at Sunderland. But that's just a brutal run, and this is where I do wonder with Palace, they're going to have to add some players this January. Have to. Yeah, and apparently Mateta is carrying this knee irritation or something, and it just does not look good. How we doing, team, in the chat? If anyone's got any deadline dilemmas, let me know. Oh, we got Richards at 40%, 5 votes. 3 City, 3 United, 3 Pool. Okay, cool. So you got 9, and then you can just, feel free here. You can just pick around the edges based on what maybe you pick up in deadlines, any leaks or anything. Alrighty, team. 10 minutes to go before the deadline. Does anyone have any questions or benching dilemmas like me that they need help with? Please let me know. Any transfers being made? The transfers I've made so far this week is I did Josh King at Fulham up to Wilson. 1 move. It still leaves me 3 free transfers in the bank. 3 free transfers. I've got nothing in the bank. So then I'll go up to 4 next week. And I'll have to have a think about how I use, but I've got no dead spots in my squad, so I'm feeling good about it, but I will need to do a bit of a strategic formation change. Yeah, it's a bit longer than I thought. I think Chalobah is really good. Got second highest scoring defender. Yeah, it's basically from 22. It's a bit like the dream run is from 24. West Ham. Now you could say that a very tired Crystal Palace is dreamy, but it's West Ham in 24 at home, Wolves away, Leeds at home, Burnley at home. That's the dream run. The one before it is okay. Like if you were bringing someone in from 18, you'd get Villa at home, Bournemouth at home, and then City away is not great, but then you got Fulham away. Burnley. So yeah, like the plan for Chelsea is a bit longer term. For me, in the short term, from 18 is Liverpool and Everton. Liverpool have lovely fixtures. I think it's Wolves and Leeds at home in 18 and 19. All right, team, we've got 5 minutes till the deadline. Hey, Giselton, mate, how are you? Swapped O'Reilly in for Chow, and I had to swap Stack for Lewis Miley. Do you think that was wise? Yeah, mate, you've done it now. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think the O'Reilly upgrade was probably worth it. I assume Miley's just going to sit on your bench. And when you say swapped, you mean transfer? I don't think Stack was really doing the biz. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think O'Reilly is the player you want, and then Miley can just be benched. Is Miley playing? I remember his name. It's only 4.4. Oh, yeah. Oh, he started and come on in the last 4. Oh, he scored against Everton. Have they got an injury or something, or is this just rotation during this festive period? Could be a nice short-term punt for sure. He's 4.4, Miley. Oh, Richards has taken the lead in the poll. Hey, Sebastian, is that Anderson from Nottingham Forest or Andersen from Fulham? If it's the spelling of Anderson, then that'll be the midfielder. Okay, Anderson. I would go. I had that question earlier, actually. I would go Anderson of Fulham for their fixture at home. Yeah, there you go. Same dilemma. Same answers to both of you. I would go Anderson of Fulham at home. Potential clean sheet and DEFCON potential. All right, team, we have 2 minutes till the deadline. 2 minutes. Get those questions fired in so I can answer them. My team is picked. That's my draft team. Blah, blah, blah. No, I want to go back to these guys. So I transfer. I did Josh King straight up to Harry Wilson. Oh. Thanks for joining my league, guys. The link is up here. Yeah, join my league. I think it was, Giselton, was it your idea to set up a league? If it was, thank you so much for the suggestion. I remember you saying it a long time ago, and I've been meaning to get around to it. But thank you, my friend. And team, if you found this the stream helpful, please smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to FPL Hawley, please subscribe. It really helps me and it really helps the channel. And if you haven't voted in my poll yet, please vote in the poll. I have 1 minute and I really don't know who to start. Oh. Rodon, Richards. It's for like. No, I'm going to go with my gut. I need to learn from my mistakes. Rodon is who I was going to back. I'm going to back the home team. He has better attacking potential. Palace are tired. Mateta is tired. Leeds are in okay form. I think Calvert-Lewin will score, so that's Richards. And I think Chow is... Anyway, that's the deadline pass now. There we are, team. Deadline has passed. Everyone's got the teams locked in. Smash that like button of the stream, team. It really, really helps. Really helps. And we are done. All righty. Best of luck in game week 17, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I don't know why I did the poll. No, actually, I do know why I did the poll, because as I said, I did a poll before and should have followed my gut. So I will still follow my gut, but I just wanted to check either way. Best of luck in game week 17, team. If you're still here, please smash that like button for the stream. It really, really helps the channel. And if you've not already subscribed to FPL Hawley, please hit subscribe. I will be doing a deadline stream. Is the next deadline Boxing Day? Anyway, I might be doing another deadline stream. I need to have a think about content and such like. But anyway, best of luck in game week 17, team, and I'll chat to you very soon.